But what was I doing here? Dude, Zoom is so much better than Discord when it comes to like just their interface and just everything.
Yeah, I mean, some might call it a conspiracy
What's the conspiracy?
that Zoom is so much better than Discord.
Well, it's better because you're paying money for it.
That's the conspiracy, ladies and gentlemen. Get a fucking job.
Get a fucking job. Oh, are we live now? Are we doing it?
We are live, and this is the Truth Hour coming to
sweet.
you. What's the date? We're June 13th. We're right in the start of summer. We're getting you rip roaring, and we decided to spread a little truth. You know, we've been meaning to do this for a while, and
Yeah.
here we are.
When was the last time we did a truth hour?
It was a long time ago, man. The last one I remember talking about was Terrence McKenna. We were talking about like the stoned ape theory. And how
Oh, that was like over a year ago.
psychedelic mushrooms, yeah, psychedelic mushrooms spawned human consciousness and shit, or help spawn human consciousness, or at least that might be a theory. There was also like an impromptu truth hour one time on betting on balls, I'm pretty sure, but no official.
Yeah. I think I was like super drunk when that happened.
Yeah, we got into the truth though, and sometimes the truth isn't so pretty.
So I was checking our levels. Our levels are good. I can hear you. You can hear me. The video looks kind of weird though. If you go look at our YouTube thing, it's showing us twice.
I see that. That's really odd, huh? Hold on, I think
I think Zoom.
Wait, no.
I think Zoom automatically pops up the video,
Yes.
so you don't
Okay.
have to like.
I see that. I think I
Buttons.
can. Oh, no. There we go. Oh,
I think
boom!
our-
That's awesome. I don't have to put it up twice. Wow, Zoom
and I
and
think
fucking Streamlabs work in
Yeah.
conjunction with one another. Who would have guessed it?
Yeah. I think I messed that up last time on our last episode of betting on balls. The whole time there's like two, but you know, whatever. Hey, it looks good.
This is way better. I can just see you over
I
here
like how
too.
I like how when I look back, my wizard tree pops up behind me for a second. You see that?
Occasionally, yeah, it will.
Yeah, the wizard tree. That's cool.
Man,
Speaking
I
of
got
betting on balls,
this crazy mug. I'm
I
putting my
can't
beer in it.
see it. Oh yeah. What kind of beer are you drinking?
Really crummy beer.
Like Bush?
Day old Miller Lite.
Miller, like day old, like it was opened yesterday.
No, yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
That's not very good.
This isn't our sports show, but the
Okay.
Nuggets did win. The Nuggets did win the NBA Finals for the
I
first
think
time
we
ever.
predicted that, right?
We were rooting for it because our buddy
We were
Jack,
rooting for it.
our
Yeah.
our deceased friend, that was his team.
Rest in peace, little
Yeah,
homie.
rest in peace, Jack. And he's up there celebrating because the Nuggets won the finals for the first time ever.
That's right, Nico Jokic. What's this guy's name?
Yeah. I think you got it.
That's pretty good.
Joker.
He's pretty good, huh?
Joker. I mean, he's huge. He's like this huge Slovenian dude, and he's good, and he can shoot, and he can handle. And if you ever get a chance, we're going into sports already. It's funny. On our sports show, we went into conspiracy shit. In our conspiracy show, we're going into sports. But if you get a minute, look up Jokic, his like passes. Like I think the YouTube video is called like Jokic does insane passes, but they increasingly get more insane. It's like a compilation video.
Right.
It's insane. He does like all these like no look like passes that are like perfect, and the dude's just a fucking beast. He's awesome.
Hell yeah.
And It's funny too when he won and they were interviewing him at the end of it because like dude the NBA the whole season is like it's intense and it's like hundreds of games just on the road all the time. I mean it's go 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 and he's getting interviewed like he literally just won his first NBA championship ring for a team that's never won the finals ever. And the lady's like interviewing him like she's like yeah how do you feel and he's like yeah good I can go home now.
Wow. I can
He's
go
like-
home now.
Yeah,
I
he's like, the
celebrate
job
with
is-
my friends and family at home.
Exactly. Yeah, he's like the job's done. I can go home. Like
So
fucking
he's
finally.
basically like the
I can go
Borat
home.
of basketball, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. There's another guy that's really good. He's like Slovenian or something. I'm not sure his nationality. Like Eastern European. Luka Doncic on the Dallas Mavericks. He's pretty
Yeah.
good. And it was amazing that they didn't qualify for the playoffs because at the end of the season they traded for a Kyrie Irving, and everyone thought
Oh,
that was going
yeah.
to be really good. But
That guy's really good. Or he used to be, anyway.
yeah, but the problem I think is when you just throw a player in with the team and they never played before with each other. I mean, you can't just expect them to just automatically be amazing.
Jive with the team. Yeah, it's impossible.
Yeah, I mean it's not impossible, but it doesn't happen a whole lot.
No.
I feel like it's more likely to happen in football than basketball. I feel like basketball it takes longer to integrate to the team.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a 5-on-5, so like you gotta be tight.
Right.
You gotta be triggered. Oh man, I'm loving my Miami Vice background. This is great. I like your background too. You got the Bowser playing a double neck electric guitar on a surfboard with the sunglasses. He's winking with the pot leaf on the back. But you got the cross.
Hey, don't forget about the...
spiritual.
Yeah, right. Don't forget about the cross. Because I'm real spiritual.
I love. I think it was a George Carlin, or I forget what comedian said this, but he's like, "You think when Jesus comes back, he's gonna want to see, everyone wearing crosses around their neck or whatever? Like he got crucified,
Right. That's
He's
like...
like,
yeah.
Not cool. Not
No, he
cool,
says
guys.
that's like walking up to Jackie Onassis with a sniper rifle pendant. Just thinking of John, Jackie.
Was that
Oh, my
was
God.
that was that Carlin? Was that a
That
Carlin bit?
was Bill Hicks.
Bill Hicks.
It was. It was. He was one of my favorite.
All right.
It's so funny, dude. And look, I get these guys like burn themselves out quickly. Like I get that's part of the shtick, that's part of the gig. But it's like young comedian who points out like flaws within the government and like how we're being oppressed and shit dies at 35. I mean, Trevor Moore, young comedian, points out flaws in the government, how we're being oppressed daily, dies fucking young. And I just feel like they're certainly not the only ones. They're just kind of the only ones that come to mind in my mind. And it's like, it's just these
John
people.
Lennon.
John Lennon is kind of a good example of that kind of person, He's trying to express that we're getting fucked by the powers that be, that we should all just live in harmony, be
Martin Luther
peaceful with
King
one
Jr.
another. And he gets fucking taken out. Martin Luther King Jr., Jesus, Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
it seems like anybody who just, points out the hypocrisy of it all is taking a risk, and maybe you're not. Maybe it's all conspiracy or whatever, but at the same time, like, it sure is ironic. It sure is ironic that all these young men, and I'm sure some women, die so young, and they all seem to kind of have a very similar message, And that's what's so cool about Edward Snowden is because like they didn't get him, not yet anyway. It's like he knew
Not yet.
enough to know that they could fucking get him, and so he just like fucking left.
Yeah. I'm trying to look up. So we named this episode 17 Cities, One Day. And now that I'm trying to look this thing up, I can't find anything on it, which is kind of like weird, I think. So here's the conspiracy.
Yeah.
So I saw this on Twitter probably about 2 or 3 days ago, maybe 4 days ago. We have a Twitter account. It's a We Tank Twitter, and it's mostly conspiracy stuff. Actually, if you want to, can I share screen with you? Can I pop up a screen here for a
let
second?
me. I think you've got control. I'm just gonna have to show the feed over here, which is no problem.
I'm gonna share my screen.
Yeah. Let me just make sure it's popped up on the people side. Let me pull that over there. Da, 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 da. Boom. Okay, now this should be live for everyone to see. Let's go full screen, shall we?
There's a little bit of a lag. I'm trying to see if it.
The Red Line Drifter.
Redline Drifter.
Yeah, that's what that guy's name is. Red Line Drifter. Illuminati bot.
How do you know that?
I can see your screen.
Oh, okay.
Sure,
Okay.
sure.
I don't see. Redline Drifter. Oh, that was just a guy. So yeah, this is just our Twitter feed. Yeah, we got the free thinking robot, the Illuminati bot. Oh, it's funny. We were talking about sports, and he's like, "Sports are a distraction to keep the masses entertained while the 1% runs the show."
That's pretty fair.
So yeah, this is basically what I'm looking at. I got some sports betting stuff on here and some crypto stuff. But anyways, it's funny because dude, it was all over fucking Twitter, conspiracy Twitter, like 3 or 4 days ago, where they're all saying 17 cities, one day, and now I'm not fucking seeing anything. Let me check.
What do you think?
And
It's
what
like
the conspiracy-
something's going to happen in 17 cities in one day?
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Do you know what cities they are?
There was a list. Yes.
Do you recall?
and I remember
do you
most
recall
of them.
any of the cities off the top of your head?
Yes.
What are some
Nashville,
of the cities? Okay, Nashville.
New York, Miami, I believe LA, Chicago, Philadelphia, probably Boston. You know, all the big ones pretty much. Atlanta was probably on there. I did a search. I don't see it on there. Fuck, this is gonna drive me crazy. There's one guy that literally listed all the cities. It might have been the AI conspiracy bot. Let me check. See, I didn't do any research on this because I figured it would just pop right up because it was all over the place, man. It was like all over my feed. It wasn't just that one guy. It was a bunch of them saying it. Let's go to Illuminati bot and see if I can search down his feed here. I think he had a list. Anyways, the conspiracy, the main one, well, there's two of them. But the main one was that there's going to be a fake alien invasion.
Oh. Aliens,
Yeah,
like
where they're
what kind of aliens?
like UFOs are gonna fucking not necessarily nuke these cities, but they're gonna fuck them up.
Are they like from the Pleiades and shit?
Well, that's the conspiracy is that they're probably not actually gonna be aliens. It's just gonna be like a
It's gonna
false
be a
flag
guy in a
operation.
suit. It's gonna be Will Smith.
It's gonna be our government. It's gonna be like the or not our government, but like the
Well, I mean, I
what they
think
call
we've
it, like,
been here before, and like Will Smith had to stop it. But the difference was like Will Smith was like cool fucking 20 years ago. Now Will Smith is like, he's not cool at all. So he's gonna have a lot harder time stopping it. He's got to get his family back first.
Yeah. You know, I don't hate Will Smith as much as everyone else does.
I don't hate him. I
and the
think the
reason-
guy's going through a hard time, you know?
Yeah. The other day, I don't think I'm gonna find it on here. You can turn off my my thing if you want, because
I don't know. I'll
keep
try.
looking.
I can view my options. Stop your screen sharing. I stopped you.
Okay. No, I was looking at some Mel Gibson quotes the other day because I wanted to quote Mel Gibson on something, but I ended up on one of those pages where it was like all the really awful Mel Gibson quotes. What I was looking for was like Mel Gibson movie quotes. What I got was like Mel Gibson like threatening his spouse over and over again quotes. There was one where his girlfriend was like, did you just threaten me? He's like, bitch, I'm not gonna threaten you. You'll know when I'll threaten you. You'll be out in the fucking rose garden under the fucking bushes.
Right.
I'm like, damn, Mel Gibson, motherfucker. Anyway, so I read all these like Mel Gibson quotes, and at the end of it, I felt a lot better about myself.
Yeah. Well,
'Cause
why don't we look
'cause,
some
you know,
up? Like, just for inspiration and stuff.
Like some real fucked up Mel Gibson quotes.
Oh, we're just gonna
I'll
look.
post them
Oh,
up.
I like this one. This is good. A woman should be home with the children, building that home, and making sure there's a secure family atmosphere.
Yeah, that was not too bad.
That's good.
I mean,
I
it's,
like that.
I mean,
Somebody's got to bring some security to the household.
you know, it's assigning a gender role or whatever, but it's definitely not as bad as some of the other shit that he said. Oh, I found one that's oh, here's a page that's good Mel Gibson quotes.
Oh wait, let me give. Every man dies, but not every man really lives.
Mel Gibson.
That's a
I mean,
Mel
he
Gibson
wasn't
quote.
the first. He wasn't the first one to say that. There's no way. I want a
Look at
positive.
all these great Mel Gibson quotes.
Here's one that's good. I think it's good. I love women. They're the best thing ever created. If they want to be like men and come down to our level, that's fine.
That's pretty good. I like that.
Here's another one. Pain is the precursor to change.
That's pretty good. How about go away, dig a hole, do something else, come back, and it magically rejuvenates your creative impulses and stuff.
And stuff. At first, I thought you were just gonna stop with "go away," and that was it.
Oh, this is a good Mel
Okay,
Gibson
so those were
quote.
some.
What did one shepherd say to the other shepherd? Let's get the flock out of here.
Is that a Mel Gibson quote?
That's a Mel Gibson quote. It's powerful.
Nice. I'm going to the most offensive Mel Gibson quotes. Is where I'm headed
Okay.
to right
Well,
now.
we've heard the best, so now we've heard one side of the man. You know, you make your own opinions. That's what we're here for, is to give you guys the truth.
There's one where he was complaining about his ex-girlfriend.
Well,
one that I
don't
think he had a lot of
paraphrase
threats
it.
towards. And he says, "Shit, I'm earning money for a filthy little cocksucker who just takes advantage of me, just like every motherfucker. So hurry the fuck up." Oh, it's an audio recording of it. But I feel like we don't need to hear that. I think it is pretty good.
I think we got the gist.
Here's a really bad one to that same ex-girlfriend, I think. And I can't even say all the words in this one, but they were like, it's a tape that came out in 2010. He was berating his girlfriend at the time about her choice of clothes for the evening.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, he said, "You look like a fucking pig in heat, and if you get raped by a pack of N-words, it will be your fault."
Oh my God! Wow, that's pretty spicy there, Mel.
I don't think he knew it was being recorded.
Yeah, I doubt he did. Wow.
There's one where he's talking about like gays and anal sex, where he says, "Oh wow, this is way back in 1991." He says, "They take it up the ass," and then he points at his ass. He says, "This is only for taking a shit."
Oh my god. Oh well, here's a spicy one. The Jews are responsible for all the wars in the world. Are you a Jew?
Yeah. Am I a Jew?
That's his. That's
Oh
the
no,
quote.
he was,
He's,
he
Mel
was
Gibson
saying that
is
to the
asking
cop.
you.
No, he was asking the cop that pulled him over. He said that to the police. He was like drunk and he was getting a DUI and he was ranting about the Jews. And then when he was done with his rant, he looked at the cop and was like, "Are you a Jew?"
Wow. Man, these are some really powerful quotes.
Yeah, there's another one from 2010. There's a lot with this ex-girlfriend. I'm gonna come home and burn the fucking house down, but you will blow me first.
What the fuck?
And that's on tape. And here's the one, threaten you? I'll put you in a fucking rose garden, you cunt. You understand that? Because I'm capable of that. I'm capable of it. You understand that?
Wow.
This is to Oksana Grigorieva. Oksana Grigorieva. So they went through some shit, these two.
But isn't he like Australian?
Yes. Which
So
explains a lot.
cunt isn't like quite as bad in Australian. That's kind of like an endearing term, I think.
Here's a good one.
Well, anyway.
He this is he's getting interviewed by a magazine about his process and how he chooses scripts, and he says, "I've still got my pants on in the second scene. I think they sent me the wrong script."
that's a pretty funny quote. You know, it's
I think
like
it's a
how much of it
reference.
is like satire. You know, it's like
That was probably a joke. That one was probably a joke.
you know, because that one was kind of funny. There's got to be some other hilarious celebrity quotes.
Well, the other thing I want to say about this, because I know it just sounds like we're railing on Mel Gibson, but even though
As we
some of these
should.
are some of these are extremely horrible, but I will say I don't see any past 2010.
Oh, you think he's cleaned up his act?
I mean, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, can you really judge a guy from 14 years ago or 13 years ago? I mean,
I don't think so. No, I mean honestly, like it sounds like he was in a horrible relationship with somebody, and he probably did a lot of shit. That
Again,
he
not
regrets now.
defending.
No, I'm not
Not
trying to
defending any
defend
of that
Mel
stuff.
Gibson. I'm just rationalizing, how he probably feels. I'm sure, like, if you go through something like that, you probably have some regrets.
But anyways,
on the
after
other
reading
side.
all those, it made me feel better about myself, because I'm not like an awful person, but I fuck up and I say stupid things and I do stupid things and I feel like an asshole about it. But I ain't no Mel Gibson.
It's like, so you feel like you've got immunity because you're not Mel Gibson?
No, I'm not saying I have immunity. I'm just saying I feel better about myself. Like I beat myself up a lot about the stupid things that I've done or said, but they're not like half as stupid as the shit that he's done or said. So like, I think I'm good.
I mean, the one about burying you in a bush, that's pretty wild.
Yeah, or like you look like a pig and you deserve, or you're gonna get raped by like a pack. Like that one's pretty hardcore.
That's yeah. It's like when somebody says some wild shit like that, it's like I feel like I have like a tendency to like block it out, sort of. It's like, oh my god, like it's so intense that like
Yeah.
I almost don't hear it the first time,
Yeah. Crazy. But anyways, like I said, that was, as far as I can tell, a long time ago. I don't know what Mel Gibson's up to these days, but he's probably learned a thing or two, if I had to guess. Hell, one of his good quotes that we read earlier was that, what was it, like, pain is just a precursor to change? I mean, wouldn't he know?
Pain is just a precursor to change.
Yeah. And I'll say this about the stupid things that I've done in the past. It changed me to correct myself. So while I can't say I'm glad that I've done stupid shit, it has definitely affected me for the better in some weird fucked up way. You know?
Oh yeah.
You've been,
dude. You
We've all
learn.
been.
You live. You learn.
Here's the thing: is here's the thing, you gotta learn from your shit. If you just go around being an asshole all the time and you think that's okay and you don't feel bad about it, then that's when you're an awful person. But if you can acknowledge that you were an asshole and move on and try to grow and be better, you're just doing your best, man. My opinion. Doesn't mean go around being an asshole. Just be better. Be good to people. Be excellent to each other.
I have to agree with you, man. I think the search for charity, the search for lovingness, that in and of itself is the human experience.
Part of it. It's a big part of it. Dude, this shit is driving me crazy that I can't find the 17 cities one day thing, because this shit was everywhere.
I'll look it up. Let's see if I can pull it up.
Dude, I literally just looked it up on Google, and it said, it looks like there aren't many great matches for your search. It's like they scrubbed this shit. It's insane.
From Jeff, from February 2023, 17 cities, one event. It is
you found it.
suggesting a similar derail/spill/fire event for all 17 cities. Seems like there were 6 or so derails this past week. But plus the Central Florida plastic fire and the Arizona tank trucker spill, but not all in major cities. In a recent video, Jocko said that the white hats likely diverted the Ohio, FF event outside of a major city. Can't remember who, but someone said a pallet of rail frogs, derailed devices, was reported several months back. 17 cities were posted. New York, Los Angeles,
here they are.
Chicago,
Yeah.
Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., Houston, Nashville, New Orleans, Charlotte, San Francisco, Detroit, Seattle, Atlanta, Las Vegas, Baltimore, Boston, and Miami.
Why are you talking like a South Park Canadian?
I don't know. I just kind of turned into that. It appears that
it looks like the
17-ish
Shadow of
Telegram
Ezra
channels
posted
are
that.
under attack, with hackers adding posts or completely taking over.
That was from Shadow of Ezra. He has 96,000 subscribers on his Telegram.
17 cities,
He has a
one event. So let me ask you this, Harold. What does 17 cities, one event mean to you?
I think bunch of bullshit. But what I like about conspiracies like this is that they're very specific. So like if it happens, you know. You know?
Right.
It's kind of like, it kind of reminds me of the December 12th, 2012, I think was the date. You remember that? The Mayan calendar?
Yes. 2012. Yeah.
So like, you know if it happened or not. Or okay, there's another conspiracy. You could say that it did happen and the world did end. We just never noticed, and we're all like a bunch of ghosts now.
Right.
Maybe. But no, it didn't happen. So like the reason I like this kind of conspiracy is it's very specific. I like specific predictions because you can be like, yeah or no, you know?
Well, that's the thing. If we did all die, especially at once, it's not like you know if you're dead or not.
Yeah.
The dead don't really concern themselves with that kind of shit, you know?
Looking up this Shadow of Ezra again.
Let's look him up. The Shadows of Ezra, inspired by actual events. The Shadow of Ezra is the story of a young man named Ezra who endured unspeakable trials and tribulations as a youth. Ezra would go on to lead the stereotypical urban life in Brooklyn. New as an adolescent and teenager, falling in with the wrong crowd and giving his life over to selling drugs, crime, and violence. It's a book.
This guy looks like a goofball, man. I'm looking through his Twitter stuff, and it's just a bunch of Trump stuff, and just, you know, typical.
Oh yeah, here I see his Twitter here.
Yeah, Hillary is a witch, and Trump. Man, you know that you can't take someone seriously when they have too much Trump stuff on their page.
Ezra
What, like
Shadow.
a podcast?
No, I think it's just like a playlist. Yeah. Oh no, this is like an artist, I guess. Ezra Shadow. Well, Denver. Have you heard about the
Nashville.
Denver airport conspiracy, where they're like the Denver airport is like set up for like mass genocide, basically?
Yeah, I've heard that they have like underground tunnels. I
Yeah,
heard it's like
they
an
definitely
Illuminati. Like I think they have like secret tunnels down there. I don't know what they're used for exactly, but I heard a story off of like 4chan or X guy, and he said that he was like smuggled. So to get out of the Illuminati, him and his family, they had to, change their names and completely disappear. Like that's the only way they could get out. But he said he was smuggled out under the Denver airport. Kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, endless rumors and theories swirl around the Denver airport. Some say
you took a picture
underground tunnels
of
lead to secret meeting
the mural. I
facilities.
remember there's a photo of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's also like the horse thing. There's like a devil horse statue or something, and apparently like out front, and the sculptor that made it like fell and killed him, fell on him and killed him or something.
Well,
So I
there's
think
secret
there's some,
messages
like-
transcribed on the floor. There's sinister gargoyles. The New World Order had something to do with building it. The Mustang statue outside is cursed. It has extraterrestrial map coordinates. And it is pretty creepy. There's some genocidal murals and shit, which I'm pretty sure we could pull up a picture of that pretty easy. Yeah, there it is. I've got a picture of myself standing in front of that fucking thing. And so this is supposed to be...
Yeah.
I believe the artist actually even came out and said that this is it's like a representation of like genocide and shit. But yeah, there's the demon horse, which I figured the horse was like the Broncos, you know, like they wanted a scary horse because like
All right.
when those fucking teams come into town, it's like you're playing the Broncos, buddy. You better look the fuck out.
Yeah, but they're not a black horse though. Is that a black horse?
Yeah, they're not. It's kind of blue and orange. Like blue and orange are the Broncos colors.
Oh, yeah.
So like it's got orange eyes and it's blue. So like to me, like I saw it. Like I saw it when I was driving into the Denver airport, and like that didn't look nearly as creepy to me as that fucking mural thing, man. Like this thing, on the other hand, like freaks me the fuck out. Like every way I look at this, it is just like scary as hell.
Like, why would you put that in an airport? Like, people are like traveling, they're trying to, you know, get somewhere, see family, whatever. Like, why do you need like a weird fucking like soldier guy? And there's like I think there's like a mom like holding her dead baby or something. Or like, it's not a good look.
No, it's fucking terrifying. It's like
I'm
obviously
traveling
some
around
kind
in
of.
an airport. I don't.
I mean, it's like a live by the sword, die by the sword. Like he's holding a giant ass machine gun and a scimitar, but he's got like a gas mask. It's like the government will save you. You know, we will slaughter millions, but we will save the precious few.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's scary.
I don't know. But going back to the 17 cities one event, looking at the shadow of Ezra guy, he looks like he just looks like more. This comment right here sums it up great. That's under his account. It's a guy named Truth Seeker. And everyone that's commenting being like, oh my god, 17, you know, evacuate the cities and all this stuff. And this one guy just says, Q-tards.
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 That's pretty funny. You're just a bunch of
I'm going to follow this
Q-loving
guy. His name, I think like a birthday party where he had, he was eating sushi. He had like ladies laying down with like sushi on them. And people are like
I saw
flipping
that.
out
I
over
didn't
that.
understand. That's been a thing for a while, right? Naked sushi eating?
Yeah, it's a thing.
Oh, we might get.
Here's one. Retweeted by the Truth Seeker from Bill Hicks. And Bill Hicks says, the fake alien invasion is on the schedule. There's so much predictive programming throughout the years. And he was responding to Ted Theodore Logan. God, I love Twitter. He's from Wild Stallions.
Yeah.
And Ted Theodore Logan, he says, prepare yourselves. If they can fake this, they can fake anything. And he's showing it's an AI generated video with a bunch of whales flying around. And it looks really cool, actually.
Well, that's crazy.
So
I typed in Google image search, I typed in the words Truth Seeker and Bill Hicks. And within the top 20 results, it pulled up one of my favorite comic book covers. Which is just very weird to me. Which I believe that's Action Comics 894. Yeah.
It might have something to do with your algo.
Could be.
Hey, I wanna share screen real quick. I want to show you this whale video.
Okay, let me figure that out. I believe it's.
All right, I just shared my screen.
Wait for it. Wait. Okay, I can see your screen.
Yeah, there's no. Nice.
Excellent. If they could fake this, they could fake anything.
Yes, this is from Ted Theodore Logan from Wild Stallions. I think this is an AI. It looks like an AI video, maybe. This kind of reminds me of that Marvel movie where they have the whale alien thing. Like
What?
Whales.
Oh, you know what city that is?
I think it's Dubai.
It looks like San Diego.
AI Harbor Tower.
Oh, that is Dubai.
I don't know.
No, that's
I don't
definitely
know.
Dubai. If they can
enough-
fake whales, bro, if they can fake whales, they can fake it all. Listen, do you know how fucking hard it is to fake
First of all-
a whale like that? Do you have any idea?
First of all, I'm following this guy. Secondly, I want to go back.
Hey, did you know that Steve Vai actually
Bill Hicks-
composed all that music for Bill and Ted?
No.
Yeah, he did the guitar solos.
That's
and
dope,
shit.
though.
That's actually Steve Vai. Yeah, I always
That's
thought
dope.
that was kind of cool.
Truth Seeker just lost me with his gay hating stuff. Homosexuality is a sin and abomination to God. Why do these fucking conspiracy guys always have to fucking go off on like some hateful shit?
Because they're homophobic. It's homophoba. Homophoba.
Oh, there's a bunch of Diablo 4 conspiracies. Diablo 4 made $666 million in 5 days.
Wouldn't it be
There's
creepier,
also-
though, if it was 6 days?
Yeah, but then it would be 4 sixes. Dude, there was another one that was cool. Let's see if I can find this image real quick. You know how New York the other day was in like a haze? Did you see any of that?
Yeah, I did. I did see pictures of that.
There was one with a Diablo 4 billboard. And it looked like extra satanic. Yeah, it says, "Welcome to hell, New York." Let's see if I can pull this up real big here. And it's all like, it's in like an orange haze because the city is just, covered in shit.
Dude, I want to get this game. I gotta slaughter the fucking forces of hell. Dude, I will fucking smite down these fucking demons, man. They've been fucking sent here, and Tim's here to fucking put them back.
Yeah, so like New York like caught on fire, or it didn't catch on fire, but there's a haze of smoke everywhere, and then there's this billboard that's like "Welcome to hell, New York." It's kind of cool.
Welcome to hell.
Yeah.
I didn't know this game had already come out.
Six. Yeah, I guess it's out.
Dude, we need to get it and fucking stream it.
I don't have time to start a new Diablo game, man.
Ugh,
That's a lot. That's a lot.
that
Yeah,
sounds
I'm
like
not
a
ready.
lot, doesn't it?
I'm not ready.
You're not at that point in your sobriety yet. Where you feel like
I'm not
you
like
have
sober. I'm just taking a break. But yeah, dude, I'm like super busy. Like my job, I'm just doing a bunch of stuff. And I'm in between
You're
a bunch of
being-
projects and stuff. Oh, dude, I'm about to shoot a commercial for. I invented a coffee. It's called Dad Coffee, and it's gonna be a badass commercial. I'm gonna upload it on this channel. It's gonna fucking be kick ass.
Nice. I feel like We Tank should get it first, honestly.
Oh yeah, I'm putting it up. I'm doing it all myself. So yeah, it's my video, but it'll be a commercial for the company I do some work for. But yeah, it's all me. They didn't ask me to do this.
Good.
I'm just doing it. All right, you can.
I like that.
I'm gonna turn off my screen share because this guy, I thought he was cool, but now I'm not gonna follow him anymore after that stupid gay bashing.
Yeah, Ted Theodore Logan, cool. Truth Seeker, not so cool.
Not cool. Yeah, not cool. I'm afraid to go look at Ted Theodore Logan's page now because I bet there's some shit on there. Some Mel Gibson shit.
Some Mel Gibson shit.
Yeah. But anyways, the word on the street with the conspiracy folks is that there's going to be a fake alien invasion.
Right.
What I think this really is, honestly, what I
Or
think it is, I think it,
That guy said, that Twitter fucking guy or whatever, he was saying it could be like a derailment of trains, and derailing devices have been purchased recently. Nobody knows where
well,
they're
we've
at.
already done that. Well, we've already done that. We've already had like 3 or 4 massive train wrecks, in the country. Remember Ohio? They had their the Ohio River got poisoned.
Right? The river got poisoned?
Yeah, dude, it was a train full of toxic chemicals, and the chemicals spilled out into the Ohio River, and like anyone downstream, like Philadelphia, they all had to drink bottled water for like a week or something. I
Oh,
don't know.
that's horrible, man.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
Wow.
But I don't think that's a conspiracy. I think that's just cheap rail lines, man. Like, why? I just don't get.
You think the rail folk, you think they're doing a bad job? You don't know what they're
But
doing.
this whole fake alien invasion thing, what I think it is, I think it's a bunch of bullshit. And my theory is that these conspiracy theorists, they always need something, right?
Yeah.
And they're scared as shit all the time. They're always waiting for the next big thing. And the next big thing that, they're all talking about, or that's probably in the back of these, scared people's minds, is
Aliens.
No, I was gonna say World War III. We got the escalation with Ukraine and Russia.
Yeah. You think that would? I mean, dude. But like, here's the fucking thing about World War III.
Well, let me finish my thought though.
No, go ahead.
So Russia is, they told the world that they're moving their nukes westward, which is stupid. Why would you tell us that like 2 months ago? But next month they're doing it. So basically, in a conspiracy theorist's mind, they're thinking, okay, the chances of World War III is going up, so that means there's going to be a higher chance of shit happening, like big shit, and that would be a great conspiracy, and they'll call it aliens. And that's kind of like their train of thought. I don't follow that train of thought, but I think that's where these people are coming from, is my thinking. They're afraid of World War III, and so now they're grasping at shit. They're going to be like,
You don't think they're afraid of aliens?
I don't think they're afraid of anything. I think they're they're afraid of everything, rather. So they just start making shit up, throwing shit out there.
Did I ever give you that Department of Truth comic book?
Possibly. Maybe.
It's kinda-
It might be on my stack. I gotta go look.
But yeah, it
I
definitely
haven't
talks
read it.
about that. But
I haven't read it.
the thing about World War III, man, and this is why I'm really not that fucking concerned about it, because if people don't have this mindset, then we're all doomed anyway. But I'm pretty sure everybody has this mindset. Albert Einstein said, I don't know what weapons World War III will be fought with, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. And so he's basically, what he's saying is, the fucking atomic bomb changed everything. If you just go around nuking the fucking planet, we're not going to have a fucking planet. And so, if we can't get it under control to that extent, I mean, we're just not going to exist as a society, And so, I'd say for almost close to 100 years, we're going on 80 years since the atomic bomb, since it was Hiroshima and Nagasaki and shit. They released that shit, but they had been testing it. That's not the first atomic bomb that was fucking dropped. That was the first atomic bomb that was dropped on civilians and people. That they wiped out an entire fucking two entire populations, in cities with that fucking thing. And so, not only is it extremely powerful, but like you can't go and like build in those places for hundreds of thousands of years, like it's scorched earth. The half-life is 25,000 years for the radioactive decay. I mean, it's fucking retarded how long it'd last.
Yeah. I have a theory. It's not my own, but could be true. Maybe we're already in World War III. Maybe World War III started in 2017, and maybe it isn't fought with nukes and bombs.
Why such a specific date?
I would go back to 2017 because that's when we started openly doing like the trade war stuff with China. But I mean, you could even say it goes back further than that, like this whole like Russia thing. I mean, dude, our conflict with Russia goes back to like Afghanistan and
Well,
like
we can go back further than
decades.
that. I mean, we've been as a country now.
Basically since the end of
since
World
I've
War
been
II.
alive, right? And like people in the '70s that are from the '70s, or people that are older than me, like they don't like necessarily think the same way about it. But like since I've been alive, we've been at war with the Middle East. You know, it's only
Much,
been very
yeah.
fucking recently that shit has kind of like dwindled down, and I'm pretty sure we're like still occupying like some places, right? Or if
Well,
we
it's like the
pulled
front has
everything
changed
out of the Middle East.
well, because back in those days, those countries, you know, they were getting a lot of their stuff from Russia, and so we're just doing the same thing, but no, what I'm saying is that World War III isn't fought with nukes because that would just kill everybody, and you can't fight that
Exactly.
war.
Scorched earth. Well, who
That
wants
can't
to
be it.
control burnt territory and shit? You know, it's like if you're playing Civ and you use the nukes, you can't like develop that land into your new fucking Civ. You know, if
So-
you use,
so
Civ
the
4 as an
actual-
example.
So the actual war is economic, political, a lot of like cyber stuff, a lot of espionage, spying, a lot of infiltrating, and all of that is going on. All of that is
Like
definitely
James
going
Bond.
on a
Like
very
James
very
Bond
very
shit, you know.
but like way beyond James Bond. We're talking about like on a huge mass scale. So yeah, I mean you could say that we're already in it. It's just not a typical war. It's just the war. The only way we can fight wars right now is through that.
With our minds.
So yeah, it's political, or you could even say like the whole COVID thing, like that could have been intentional, one side or the other. I'm not saying who or what or whatever, but that could have been a weaponized thing. Someone could have had an incentive to do that. I don't know.
Why would
if
they
that-
fucking try to poison us all? You know, like why would they try to give us disease and whatnot?
Well, I think from again, I don't know which side would have done it, but my guess would be our side. Our being like the Western, the Europe and USA and Europe really is what it is. Probably as like
What
and
incentive
what
do you
most
have to like create this unstoppable fucking virus, man? I don't.
I think
I
it's
mean,
just
well,
about
it
like,
came out as a thing that like that is what they did, right? Like that it is a man-made thing that escaped from a lab. Isn't that the narrative about COVID?
right,
that
but
it
what I'm saying is it could have intentionally been done so, and the
right,
incentive
it's not
it
a
could be a
far
lot of things.
stretch to assume that it would be.
What they say is that it was like a test. It was like to see how far you could push people, how much control you could grab over just something, like that. Because really, COVID wasn't like that bad. Like it attacked old people, didn't really affect children. I mean, of course it was bad and people died and it's awful, all that shit. I'm not, discounting any of
But
that.
at the end of
But
the
it
day, it
wasn't
was kind of like the flu, It just affected a lot,
Yeah.
Most people. I would say almost every person I knew was affected by COVID in some way. I can't think of anybody who didn't either get it or didn't know somebody or was living with somebody who got it.
Yeah,
Everybody
wasn't that
got
bad.
it, right?
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. Like, it wasn't that bad. So I feel like that could have just been a test. Like, it could have just been like a, just
It was
to
pretty
see
bad.
how much
I
it's a
got
power
it.
grab.
It sucked.
Yeah. Yeah, no worse than the flu. Dude, I got the flu a couple years ago, and, like, I felt like I was gonna die. And I was, like, hallucinating and, like,
Yeah,
fuck,
fever,
shit,
man.
dude. Like,
Fever will make you fucking
COVID-
hallucinate and shit.
COVID wasn't shit compared to that.
Right.
And also, like, they were lying about the numbers over and over and over again, just all this shit. Or like, if you go back and if you like look at the flu cases, like at the height of COVID, they were like non-existent because anyone that had the flu, they were just calling it COVID, and it's dumb. There's just so much misinformation, so many lies. The way it was handled, everywhere was, it's, a lot of shit stinks about the whole thing.
Oh, I get it
So
all.
I would not be surprised at all if that was a shadow government operation or maybe even a CIA op.
Well, I mean, the
Possibly.
CIA is, they've definitely done things like that in the past. Well, mass manipulation type things, not necessarily fucking poison.
Well, yeah, I mean they've poisoned people and
I
populations
mean,
and
yeah, but infecting everybody with some fucking disease that like could or couldn't kill you,
Yeah.
like, is a big difference, man.
or
I
like
just like,
or like Bill
what the
Gates.
fuck is the
Like Bill
benefit?
Gates is well,
Just
Bill Gates
to
has
see
been
how far you
pushing-
can take it? Really, man? You're gonna fucking. That's
it was a huge
disgusting.
power grab. Well, dude, Bill Gates
That's
has been
fucking
trying to push for
disgusting. You're trying
vaccines
to
for
gather,
years and years
you're
and
using
years
the
and years.
populace as human guinea pigs. Everyone, come on, man. Because that's the thing. It's like people in power got it too. It's like everybody fucking got this fucking thing. It's not like there's people in vaults that didn't get fucking COVID. So what incentive do you have to poison yourself? What incentive do you have to fucking do that? I just don't understand why, unless you're just evil and like demented, Dr. fucking Demento, like you want fucking that you're the Joker. You just want to see it all fucking burn. Like it just, I don't know, man.
I mean, look at Bill
Anybody
Gates.
with that much wealth and power didn't get that much wealth and power by like wanting to see it all just burnt to the fucking ground.
Well, that's not how they see it, though. They don't see it as burning it to the ground. Like a guy like Bill Gates, for example, he wants everyone to have vaccines because in his mind, that's how you save the world. He has his world-saving agenda, which is really a world-dominating agenda, and this completely fell in his lap. Like in his whole everything that he's been planning for decades,
Right.
this aligned with that perfectly. It's suspicious as fuck, man. Like Bill Gates is a motherfucker. That guy, he owns like half of Monsanto. He owns like 15% of all the farmland in the United States. He's been buying up farmland forever. He's pushing vaccines. He wants to start putting the vaccines in our food, like cows. Cattle is what he's and he's open about all this stuff. He's not saying it like, "Oh, I'm this evil, genius or whatever." He's saying, "I'm trying to help people. I'm trying to help, the world, from, being sick or whatever." And maybe he's right.
Well, he
Maybe I'm
sounds like a
ignorant.
real son of a bitch.
I think so.
I'd say so.
But he doesn't see it that way. No bad guy sees themselves as the bad guy. They always think they're, like Hitler, for example. Do you think Hitler thought he was a bad guy?
Definitely. I mean,
No,
if you're
Hitler-
murdering that many people, you've got to like.
No,
Be
he
like,
thought he was
"Fuck,
saving
dude."
the world.
No.
dude.
No,
You
dude.
got-
I think that if you're fucking evil, you're making an active fucking choice to be evil.
No. Not usually. Not on that level. Maybe if you're like a murderer or something like that.
He
But
was.
on
He was the
that
biggest
scale-
murderer this planet may have ever seen.
No,
right?
well, no, I'm talking about like a serial killer, like someone that is like evil. It's like I'm gonna kill and murder. I feel like his vision was higher than all of that, and in his mind, Hitler, he thought he was saving the world.
I mean, I guess
He
to be
did
that
not think he was
deluded,
a-
you
he was
kind
a
of
bad
have
guy.
to, right?
There's no way.
Like, see, it's so fucking diluted that you would round up.
Yeah, there's no
people.
way.
Like, that's amazing to me. Like, it blows my mind that at some point we've given the reins of power to a government, who will take utter control and literally throw you in camps and steal all your shit and fucking just shoot you in the fucking side of the head. And like we've done this over and over. Like this has happened several times throughout history. And like people are still on this train.
Well, not only
like,
that.
let's give more power to the government. You know, they're our friends. They're
Well,
gonna
not
do
only
things
that,
for us.
but
They're
all
great
all the
fucking
Nazis.
time.
Well, the Nazis at the end of the war, we brought them over here. So you could even argue that we're the Nazis now. The United States of America is basically,
It's
in a
different,
way,
though, man, because
a continuation of Nazi
fascism is
Germany.
just different. Fascism, where one guy sits at the fucking top and makes every single fucking decision, and that's disgusting, dude. Like, and to have
But we're not
somebody
that
in
far.
tyranny like Hitler, like somebody who's willing to take it to the nth degree. It's like, I'm so fucking right that I will fucking kill you, man. I'll kill all of you. I'll kill all of you to fucking prove my fucking point. That's insane. Like, that's beyond, man.
And we're not. And what's crazy now is that we're not far from that now. I mean, look at what happened with Trump, man. Like, he was really close to being like that
I don't see it
influential.
that way. I mean, hey, man,
that,
he's
but-
being indicted, right? Like, he's being like, dude, he's being, like, shown that, like, he maybe was kind of that fucking way. And that's a little fucking scary, you're right. Now,
I mean, his
I didn't
story
see
is-
it like that.
his
But,
story
like,
isn't over,
I
but-
might be a fucking chump, you know? Here's the thing about Trump is I just found him... Listen, I would have never voted for Trump. I was against Trump. And I want to be, like, fucking clear about that. But, like, my point of contention is whether you're for fucking Trump or whether you're for fucking Biden, dude, you're getting the exact same fucking thing. Like, they're just controlling you in a different fucking
Pretty much.
way, man. Like, that has nothing
Yeah, and they all have
to do
their
with
own
much of
independent
anything. Like, whoever the
interests and stuff.
president is. Like, dude, it's, once again, to circle
Well,
back
my-
around to Bill Hicks. You know, he had this skit about, like, you get brought into this fucking room when you become the president, and they show you an angle of the Zapruder film that you've never fucking seen before, and then the film fucking comes back up, and it's a bunch of dudes sitting there smoking fucking cigars and shit, and they're like, "You got any fucking questions?" Like, and your only answer is like, "Oh, just what my fucking first duty is." Like, dude, like, they're not fucking around, dude. Like, they will fucking
You know
murder
something?
you. Like, and the rules are very fucking clear, you know, and they have been for a very long time. If you don't bark when they say fucking bark, dude, it's not gonna be in pretty for you. And I think JFK is like such a perfect example because he was somebody who wanted to change things. You know, whether they be for good or ill, I'm not saying like whatever he was trying to do was the right thing, but he was somebody who wasn't necessarily going to go along with whatever, you know, the powers that be said that he was supposed to go along with, and that's why he ended up with a fucking bullet in his brain. That's why his brother ended up with a bullet in his brain, because that's the thing, when you piss these people off, they don't just kill you. Dude, they go after your fucking family. They make your whole fucking life miserable, and the Kennedys were a powerful fucking family. So a message had to be fucking sent. We're not fucking around here. You know, we've got an agenda, and that's been very clear now for quite some time. I thought that was the whole point, you know, of the whole Kennedy assassination.
RFK Jr. is running for president. And he's saying out there shit, man. Here, let me pull up his Twitter, man. Dude, I love RFK Jr.'s Twitter, man. This guy. If our vote for president mattered, I would vote for this guy. But it doesn't count, so yeah, I've never voted for president, I don't think. Because why would you? It'd literally tell you that your votes don't count.
Didn't we kind of see in this election that, like, our votes didn't count? Like, there was every election outside of ones I don't remember, you know, when I was fucking for Bill Clinton or whatever, like, outside of elections that I don't actually recall, every one I've been, you know, since I can recall, every one has been tampered with, or there's been some kind of fraud, or there's been this or that. Like, why would I have any faith? Why would I have any faith in our electoral process? It's been bogus since its inception. Since it was explained to me, there was already mistrust in it.
Like, there's
Well, you can
Dude.
vote locally. You have some
that
local
makes sense.
sway.
Yeah, and you should fucking vote locally because maybe that's some change you could actually affect. But when it comes to a fucking
Yeah, I'm
president,
screen
and,
sharing.
like, dude, that's just complete fucking utter hogwash, man. It doesn't matter.
Hey, pull up my
It doesn't
screen for
fucking
you.
matter.
I want to show you RFK's Twitter, man. This guy, he's a conspiracy guy. It's fucking great, but he's right. Like the conspiracies that he's pointing out are like true, and of course he should be a conspiracy guy because, like you said, they murdered a good chunk of his family. Yeah, look at this. Look, they knew it. They knew it all along that it wasn't a bat from Wuhan. You know, he's talking about the corrupt of, you know, Fauci and the whole system. It's all fucked up. Corporate money took it all over. Telling Americans the truth. Man, this guy just every day he's going on about shit. What else do we got? What else do we got? RFK Jr.
Assumptions of militarism.
Even taken for granted some of the assumptions of militarism. Current spending is excessive. Strategy is incoherent. That's not to mention the billions of dollars that keep going missing from the Pentagon, like over and over and over again. That's our money.
Right.
The awakening continues. I mean, this is a presidential candidate.
Oh, dude, I got
Up
some.
to
I got some killer fucking news recently. Like, this is awesome. Just to maybe lighten the mood, so we don't stay down in the doldrums the whole fucking time about our leaders killing us and shit. Dude, I got fucking front row tickets to go see Dream Theater, man.
Oh wow!
Yeah, dude, on the front row.
I can't believe they're touring.
Yes, they just put out an album.
Dope. That's gonna be dope as fuck, man.
I think so too.
So he's so he's anti-war. He's anti corporations buying government. You know, he wants a free market system. Look, he's talking shit on Bill Gates here. Should Bill Gates be releasing 30 million genetically modified mosquitoes into the wild? Part of the mentality of Earth as an engineering object. What could possibly go wrong? And that's in response to Bill Gates. He has a mosquito factory in Colombia. It's the largest in the world. 30 million genetically modified mosquitoes are released every week into 11 countries because I don't know why
Fuck.
they're doing that.
You
Yeah.
son of a bitch.
Right? I guess he's trying to fix mosquitoes.
No, dude, don't you get it? Like, mosquitoes land on you and just
Yeah.
suck your blood and shit. They're harvesting your fucking DNA, man. They get the mosquitoes to come back and fucking give them your shit.
They carry Wolbachia. It's a bacteria. They've been releasing them regularly since 2011.
Oh my god.
That's insane.
They're poisoning
It's
us.
the first time I've heard
They're
of
just
this.
introducing all these
Or-
fucking viruses and shit into our immune systems constantly. They're just bombarding us with it.
Oh no, but they say here they're only male mosquitoes, and male mosquitoes don't bite. They just feed on the nectar of flowers.
Of flowers. That's like a sound clip. I like that. I want to cut that and use it on the intro. Of flowers.
I'm pretty sure RFK Jr. is pro Bitcoin.
That. Hey man, maybe Robert Kennedy will get my vote, even though I think it doesn't fucking count.
I want him to win. I like him more than I liked Ron Paul like 10 years ago. This guy gets it.
That's good.
The defense industry manipulates the media, government, and public opinion. I want to hear this guy talk about the Ukraine thing because I'm sure he's got some shit to say on that. Another conspiracy theory that turned out to be true. Intelligence officials have retrieved a craft of non-human origin.
Whoa, Robert F. Kennedy said that? June 6th?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I'm gonna read that article later, maybe I'll pull it up here in a second.
Dude, that's the truth, man. You're on to something, man. They're gonna shut our fucking stream off here pretty soon. So, like, it was 17 cities, Robert Kennedy, he's gonna fucking show you the aliens, and your mind is gonna be blown in 17 days. 17 cities, 17 days, one event. Get ready. Robert
So look at here, he's supporting like local farmers that grow real food. Here he is with the sheriff about health and public safety. Look at that sheriff's mustache, man. You can trust that mustache.
I do trust that sheriff. I think he would probably like fuck you, but maybe he'd give you a reach around.
Yeah. This is him remembering his dad 55 years after he was shot to death.
God damn!
The only bad thing with RFK, have you heard him talk?
No.
It's bad.
He's got like a speech impediment.
Yeah, it's really, or it's not like an impediment. It's like his throat is fucked up. When I played the whale video,
you got to be a good orator, man. You got to be.
Yeah, when I played the whale video earlier, could you hear my audio?
No.
You couldn't? Okay, then I won't play it then. But yeah, he like talks like this, and his words just like really don't like sound right, and it's just and even me like being like all supporting him and everything. I watch his interviews and stuff, and I'm just like, dude,
brutal.
Yeah. At 2 a.m. this morning, I visited the border outside of Yuma, Arizona, where thousands of migrants are crossing the border each week. You have to see it with your own eyes. I don't really care about that. I don't care that we have people coming into this country. Bring them in. Come on in, y'all.
That's what I say. Bring them in.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about any of that shit. But yeah, that's RFK. And you know what's really great about him is like, you know how I was telling you, or we were looking at that other guy, and it's like, oh, he has some interesting conspiracies, and then he was like, fuck the gays. This guy is like,
Mel Gibson.
He has to be careful about the shit that he puts out there, So he has to like kind of vet some stuff. So like, if you want to get into conspiracies and you don't want to follow like all these wackos and stuff, just follow this guy. Just look at what he's saying and just do a little bit of research. I'm not saying believe everything he says like 100%, but like he seems to be onto some shit.
Dude, he's on to aliens. He's on to 17 cities, one event. He's on to stone ape theory. Like, come on.
Former intelligence official turned whistleblower has given Congress and the intelligence community Inspector General extensive classified information about deeply covert programs that he says possess retrieved, intact, and partially intact craft of non-human origin. The information has been illegally withheld from Congress. So here's another thing. I saw a video on this not too long ago. Congress is getting pissed off that they're not getting, in the Senate, that they're not getting told about this shit. So there's now a new department that their entire job is to go around to all these agencies and be like, what do you got? What do you got? What do you got? Bring it all together. All alien stuff. Anything UFO, anything craft, anything at all. That their entire job is to go around to all the government agencies and compile all that shit together and then bring it to Congress in a private matter. So we'll never know. They won't tell us, the public, but they are trying to inform, I guess, Congress is to be like, oh yeah. And because basically what's happening is this has all been black ops operations. This has all been like super shadow secret government beyond our government's reaches. Like shit that is just like way out of control. And finally, our shitty government that doesn't do shit is finally being like, hey, what the fuck? Y'all can't have bigger guns than us. Fuck y'all.
Right. Well, like the Alex Jones narrative is like that the aliens are gonna come down and like try to fucking exterminate all of us, but it's actually just the fucking government. It's like a ruse for the government to like destroy all of us.
Maybe there's either that or there's this other guy I was seeing. He was talking about it where he thinks that they are alien craft, but he doesn't think that they're aliens on the craft. He thinks that they're like drones, basically. And we've been shooting them down, or sometimes they crash or whatever. And we've been getting that and reverse engineering them. It's kind of like that. You know about Bob Lazar? Do you ever hear any of his stuff?
Of course, yeah. The guy who strapped a fucking rocket engine to his car, and then
yeah, because he was.
That was enough.
He said that he was.
The government, Area 51, to fucking give him a job, which is kind of almost fucking believable. It's like in some wacky world, in some comic book narrative, like that kind of makes sense. He's like the Rick and Morty fucking scientist. He's so smart. But like, dude, I mean, by strapping a rocket to your car, which don't get me wrong, like that's really selling Bob Lazar
there's more
short
to it
because he did a
than
lot
that.
more than just that. But
Yeah.
do you really think that, like, I guess the higher question is, like, whether or not Bob Lazar's a quack, which I don't know whether he is or whether he isn't. But, like, do you really think that, like, the uppers powers that be give a flying fuck what, like, the layman thinks? What, like, the peon thinks? Like, they don't give a fuck about the everyday man. Like, they've shown nothing but the opposite for the last fucking, 500 years or whatever it's been.
Well, especially now that we've lost our power to organize. Like, they've got the population so locked down and so divided that we could never find one thing to get pissed off enough about to, like, do something about it. Like, it's just over. Like, it's been over for a while.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, so they have this new office, this new government office where they are encouraging whistleblowers to come into the office and say their shit, and it's all private, it's all classified, and I don't think you even get in trouble for it either. If you go through that avenue, like if you have intel about this reverse engineering of UFOs or whatever, and you come forward, like say you work for the Air Force or whatever fucking agency, they're saying that that you have some kind of protection if you go through that channel, and that's kind of what they're working on right now. It's kind of crazy.
Well, I mean, they're talking about, like, interdimensional travel using, like, DMT, right? Like, they're talking about going, like, mapping the DMT realms and shit. Like, they think that that's, like, a fifth dimension and shit. And so there's, like, studies of going into, like, alternate realms and actually, like, mapping all this shit out. Like, that's just, like...
Oh, the government's doing that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. At, like, the very highest levels. Uh-huh. And that they're actually, like, going in there and communicating with these beings, and coming back with, like, information and, like, transcribing it and shit.
Huh. That's dope. It kind of reminds me of that, the Men Who Stare at Goats, the guys that were doing, like, the remote viewing operation.
MK Ultra, right? Where they were giving, like, LSD to people and doing experiments.
I don't think that was
and
MK
shit.
Ultra. That was a separate program, or I don't know how separate they were, but there was, and probably still is, a remote viewing group where they like train people to do that.
Right. Oh, you would assume like government programs really never go away. Like that's the thing about government programs is like once they're in place, like that's why it's so good to have a government job. It's like once you get a government job, you can never be fired. You can basically do whatever you want, show up whenever the fuck you want. Like dude, like it's just built in. It lasts for fucking ever.
Oh, hey, dude, I got to pee real quick. I'll be right back.
Sure. Yeah, so I mean, really interesting stuff, you know. I don't think it's a stretch to like assume that we're getting fucked every single day of our lives. You know, that there's a higher calling for each and every one of us, man. Like, it's interesting, like, in some ways, I feel like there's two different sides, right, at war with one another. And there's the side of good, and the side of good, like, wants everybody to be happy and love one another. And there's, like, a side of fucking evil. And, like, the side of fucking evil wants to fucking, you know, just take everything from you and, like, control you and fucking put you into a corner and group you together with everyone. Whereas the side of good recognizes that everyone is an individual. You know, and that no one person should have that kind of authority over somebody. And I think this war has been waging for a millennia. I think it's been fought for far longer than like we can actually like recognize as like humans.
What war is that?
Maybe even longer than like our Earth has like been around. Just the war between good and evil, sort of like. Like, I always feel like, I've always felt that, like, there are two factions to humanity, sort of. There's a very small faction that wants to control everything, and they want to enslave you and take all your money, and they want you to work for them and do their bidding, basically. And I think there's this other faction of humanity who wants to let you know that everything's all right, and we're all the fucking same, and, like, at the end of the day, everything's gonna be okay, and, like, we should love one another, and like things aren't so bad, and like if we just work together, like and remember to love one another, that things are gonna get a lot fucking better. And these two factions have been at war with one another for countless generations. I mean, it's been going on so long that like you only get to experience a little piece of it, sort of like in your consciousness mind right now. But like after you're gone, or before you were even here, this battle was kind of being fought already. And so it's whatever impact you have on it, you kind of have to choose a side. Whether it's almost like Star Wars. It's like you're either you're for the fucking Empire, and you think that like they should have control over fucking everything, or you're for the side of like man and like mankind and like freedom and like standing up to the oppressors and saying, nah, man, that's not how it fucking is. And, like, these people matter, too. Fuck you. It's basically that. You know, it's people who want to control you versus the people who remember that these people want to control you and stand the fuck up to them. And it's been going on for so long, dude. I mean, literally, like, maybe biblical times, you know, with pharaohs and fucking, Moses and shit. And like Moses is he's saying, let my people go, and Pharaoh's going, no, fuck you, you are a slave to me. And like that's the same mentality, this same war has been waged for, you know, as long as we have a written history, maybe even before that.
I think it's pretty much over now, man. They've got people so locked down and so fucking brainwashed. Poison in all the food, poison in all the media.
Yeah, I think it's the exact same.
Your entire life.
I think there's this small level of control, right? Like, and they think they have so much goddamn fucking power, but they actually don't, because like it's the people that put them into control, the plebs or whatever you might call them, me and you know. Whereas, like, if you were to just wake up and realize, like, if humanity was to wake up and realize that, it's all over. It's sorry, see ya, sayonara. What about guillotines? Like, dude, and it's happened before. Like, once again, what about guillotines? The fucking French Revolution, dude. It's happened before, where these elite scumsuckers are taken out of fucking power by means of force. It happened with Jesus Christ, dude. Jesus Christ came back from the wildernesses, and he said, I'm not gonna be this loving-dovey motherfucker anymore. I'm here to kick some fucking ass. You know, and so there will be points in time, in history, or Martin Luther King, Martin Luther King didn't fight with violence, but
But at some point and throughout history, it's been shown that those two factions will fight with violence, and that is biblical. You know, and it has been going on for a very, very long time.
I don't think it looks good, man.
Hey, man, it's just about what side you're on. That's all that matters at the end of the day. Because I think this too, dude. I brought up Dream Theater earlier because there's this song.
Mm-hmm.
It's a song. It's off Metropolis Part 2, which is like a concept album. But it's simple. It's the idea that like your spirit, like no matter what you experience in this lifetime, like you're gonna fucking experience it again. Like that your soul is transcendent, sort of. Like, and so you're the same fucking dude experiencing reality subjectively, differently, every single fucking time. And so you might remember something, or you might have something built into like your genetics to remember those fucking things. But like essentially it's just you repeating it over and over and over and over again until you get it right, until you transcend, until you get to enlightenment or godhood or the Buddha or whatever you might call it.
I don't know, man.
I don't
It's
know
pretty
either.
deep. I tried to full screen it. It didn't work. I'm gonna turn off my screen share. You got something?
I mean, I could probably
Have a bunch
find
of
something.
sauce.
What do you think about school shootings? Give me
I'm
your
probably
take.
yeah. I think they're awful.
Well, obviously they're fucking
Not
awful.
cool. Trevor Moore had a song about how it's really not cool to do that, and that in fact it's so not cool that like you know you think you're being cool, but like you're not. It's not cool. It's not cool to do that. It's fucked up. You know that song, right?
Yeah. What is it called?
Fuck, I don't remember. Top of my head. That
Is it
might have
like
been the
something about
my
Gary
PSA.
or something?
I think that was my PSA.
My
His
PSA.
public service announcement. Yeah, that was the one where he says, "Don't erotic asphyxiate yourself, and then don't like school shooter people either." 'Cause that's
Right.
not cool. I think that was the same song. Gary is a great song too.
What is Gary about?
Gary is about that friend of yours that you have that just fucking keeps fucking up, and it's pretty much his story, you know. You don't have a friend like that?
Just keeps.
Well,
fucking
usually we
up.
drop. Well, usually we drop friends like that, you know, when they're always going to jail and doing stupid shit. You know who our Gary is? Is Jake.
Oh, that guy's in prison for like the rest of his life.
Exactly.
I don't know if he's really in prison for the rest of his life, but he's in there for
His
a
girlfriend
while,
is,
man.
right? Didn't she like kill a dude?
She is charged with killing a dude. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not cool.
It is. Don't try to hang
School
yourself
shooting
while
something
you
out?
jerk
Oh.
off. Just jerk off the
I
normal
don't know
way.
if they're seriously with
Because
that.
sometimes when
Yeah.
people hang themselves, they die. This is my PSA. That's great lyrics, man.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of their the Whitest Kids old stuff or whatever, and I was really bummed out last night. I was watching one of the old Self-Suck Saturdays, and they showed one of their banned sketches that they weren't allowed to air, but on their YouTube they cut it out, so I didn't get to see the sketch.
You didn't see Scruff McGruff, the crime dog?
No,
What?
no, I don't think
Dude,
so, no.
is Scruff McGruff the crime dog and he's like a pedo? Dude, it's fucking funny as fuck. I saw that one live.
I'm hoping it's floating out there somewhere. I haven't looked for it yet, but I'm hoping it's out there
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah, I bet
you might be able to find it. Hell, I wonder if I can find it.
Because they were talking about it. I got the commentary on it. I know Billy London or Bobby London is in it.
He is. He totally is. In fact, he's like the main character.
No one's gonna think you're cool that way. It's actually one of the most textbook nerdiest things you could do.
Scruff McGruff, Crime Dog. Dude, I think I can pull this up. Yeah, so this is a really shitty version of it, but this is definitely it.
I don't know if I can hear what's playing on your computer though.
I'm gonna put the subtitles on.
And see, you can guess there's a common theme through all of these. So this is what they didn't like.
They had one sketch in their script book. I think it was from season 4. They didn't air it, but the title of it was.
Hey, come on, let's go share.
Or maybe they did film it.
Well, I don't know.
It was called
Cool, don't
Racist
you?
Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, I guess. Come on, don't be chicken. Come on, man.
Hang
Yeah,
on
I
a second
didn't see
there,
that.
Billy.
Whoa, Greg.
Don't go into the shed.
I just-
with
the
those
idea
kids.
of that
You know
is
that
Don't
he's
go
gonna
into the
rape
shed
ya.
with those kids.
Take it from me, McGriff the crime dog.
Don't take it from me. The
Rape
Griffin Crime
bites. So
Dog.
take a bite out of rape.
I'm gonna take a bite out of rape.
Come on, Billy, it's time to go to the pool.
I'm coming, Mom.
Whoa.
Can you hear
Whoa,
any of this?
Billy, what are you doing?
I'm
No,
going to the pool, McGriff.
don't go in the
You
shed
know
with
everyone
those
at
kids.
the
You
pool
know.
is just gonna rape you.
Yeah, the subtitles don't work.
Just because they're your friends.
He's
doesn't
basically
mean
the
they're
dog
not
keeps
gonna
telling him
rape
like,
you.
don't go in that
70% of
shed
all
with
rapes
those
are
kids.
done
Those
by
kids are gonna try to rape
Take
you.
it from me.
Take it
McGriff
from
the
me,
crime dog.
McGruff the
No
crime
friends,
dog.
No rapes.
No rapes, no friends.
Hold the phone, kid. What are you doing?
Hold the phone, kid. What are you
You
doing?
know the second you fall asleep, some dude's just gonna come in here and rape you.
You know, the second you fall asleep, some dude's just gonna come in here and rape you.
While you're sleeping.
He's gonna rape you while you're sleeping.
He's so creepy.
And then at the end, he's like, "Shut your fucking mouth," like he gets really, really creepy. Yeah. Yeah, that's McGruff the crime dog, and it is it's very intense. It's funny as fuck that they didn't show that on the YouTube stream, because I remember seeing it live and like laughing my ass off. And it's not part of the WKUK canon, and it's like an animated thing that they did, like that character's like an animated character sort of, and Trevor's doing the voice. It's a cool sketch, though. It's funny as fuck, dude. I laughed my balls off when I saw it.
Yeah, I really like the idea of racist Sherlock Holmes. That's the only thing I know about the skit, is that's the title of it. And in my mind, like the way I would have written that sketch would have been like Sherlock Holmes would have been like he keeps saying like, you know, it was that dude for like racist reasons or whatever. You know, it's that black guy because of, you know, this or whatever. And everyone else is like, no, dude, he was like at the bakery. Like he has an alibi. Like I was with Greg that day. And Sherlock Holmes like, I don't know. Like, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah, where he like keeps going with like his, you know, whatever racial thing that he clings onto. Like you could do so much with that. I really love that concept as a joke sketch. Obviously, it's not a real thing, but just the thought of a racist Sherlock Holmes. He's like this genius detective that like figures all this stuff out, but like I don't know about that guy. Like, you know, like
Right.
he keeps like leaning, like, you know.
Yeah,
I really,
it's like he's a genius, and then he says some shit. Well, maybe it was the Jews and shit. It's like, fuck,
yeah.
quit, stop.
Because it
We're
was
so
Mel
good.
Gibson.
It's like he comes up with these really like convincing things, but at the end of the day, it's always like racist.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's a funny sketch. I like that.
Yeah, that would be dope. I wish I could. I wish I could steal Trevor's hard drive, you know?
I know,
Because,
dude.
in one of the episodes, Trevor says that he kept all of his hard drives his
He
entire
actually
life.
says it in a couple of episodes. Yeah, he says it in multiples.
Yeah,
And
he
it
does
is.
everything.
It's a real hard drive, but I don't think. I'm pretty sure Sam is in the possession of it now, and I think that that's actually talked about on one of the later streams. That Sam
Oh, really?
now controls that hard drive. Yeah, and now I'm not 100% sure on that, but like I kind of vaguely remember. That
I would assume
and-
his
and-
wife would have kept it.
I mean, the
You know?
content, like, what does she have to fucking do with it? Like, it's all fucking like he would want his buddy. Like, I would assume. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, maybe I'm wrong.
I just figured-
and I could be. I mean, I could be dead wrong on that. You know, but I could have sworn like I heard them talking about how like Sam had that same hard drive that they talk about in the earlier episodes.
Well, I'll let you know if I hear it because I'm going through everything, and it's gonna take me
Yeah.
months, maybe years
I've
to go
listened
through
to
it all.
most of it. Well, I mean, I listened to the majority of it live as it came out, but
Yeah.
now as time has passed, I've gone back and listened to almost all of it again. And
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
on like episode 20 like 6 right now of Self Suck.
Mhm.
And I've done all the D&D ones, and I've done the new D&D where they're like in the Wild West.
Did you do flagship?
I did all of Newsboys.
Did you
No, I haven't
Flagship?
done Flagship, but I've seen all of Newsboys.
You're missing out, man. It really is. Like you're missing
I'm
out
getting
if you
there.
don't do flagship. Yeah. Well,
working
what you
on
should
it.
do
I'm
is do it
trying.
in canonical order. Yeah. Once Zach takes his break from Newsboys, you should watch Flagship and then watch the final
Right.
episode of Newsboys after Flagship. That's actually how it like happened.
You know what really broke my heart was I went back and watched Newsboys, and before I knew it, I was on the final episode. And I was like, "Oh shit! Like this is literally
Yeah.
the end,
And it's great.
like
right?
all of it."
Like there's like 34 episodes
It's
or
pretty
something
good.
around there. 34, I can't remember.
I want
But-
to find that fucking hat, that American flag. That
I keep
the
looking
straw
for it, man.
hat
They
with
keep
the-
coming out with like Miller Lite is doing like their red, white, and blue fucking packs of beer and shit. I keep looking for it.
That fucking
I'm
hat.
hoping that it comes back, and if I see it, and I've been to multiple Walmarts throughout multiple states now, so if I see it, I will buy two, man, for sure. So we both fucking get one.
Well, he said that he bought it at like a grocery store, like one of the
Right.
grocery stores out in
I saw it
California.
at Walmart. When it came around that year and he was wearing it, it was at Walmart. Like you could buy that fucking hat at Walmart, and I remember seeing it there. It was like in the beer section, and it was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like it's the fucking beer hat or whatever. Like, but yeah, totally, I would buy it.
A hat with the red, white, and blue. Never seen that hat. It's one of those things that you would see it like all over the place and never think about it, and then when you look for it, you'll never fucking find it. You know?
Right. No, I do. I do look for it constantly. Hey, I wanted to tell you about a comic book. It's called WZ or no. W0 RLD TR 33. So it spells out World Tree, but it's like got numbers in the characters.
It kind
And-
of looks like the Ghosts in the Shell.
It does. It's kind of a take on that. But, like, so the guy who writes Something's Killing the Children and Batman is writing this. It's super hot. It's only on the second issue. Like, the second issue just came out. The number one issue already sold out at Diamond. They're on a second print. And it was, I would say, at this last con that I went to, it was by far, in a way, not even close, the number one selling variant. Like, there were all these crazy variants of this comic book. And, dude, they were selling out like hotcakes, man. And so, if you have an opportunity right now, this is the inception. You're on the number 2 issue. This is James Tynion. He's one of the best character or writers in comic books. The story is really fucking cool. It's like kind of like it's the Matrix, but it's more brutal than the Matrix. Like this fucking bitch comes out of the fucking internet and she just starts slaughtering people. It's got nudity, which is a big seller in fucking comic books. World Tree #1 and World Tree #2, almost any variant or book that you can find of these 2 comic books, it's a screaming buy right now. And I'm not just saying that. Like, this is, as a comic book advisor, which I will freely, I am a comic book advisor, go out and buy this copy, guys. It's going to make you money. So, it's Tim's 2 cents.
Are you selling them?
What?
Are you selling them? Are you selling the World Tree comics?
I am. Yeah. I have quite a few for sale actually. And some of the variants that you could only get by attending the Dallas Fan Expo. I have several for sale. Maybe 20 different ones. I also have some retailer exclusive variants for sale that you can only get by attending the event. So yeah, check us out. They are available for sale on visionscomicsandgames.com. Or I'm sorry, it's actually visionsgaming.com. Yeah, man. We've got a lot of that shit. I think it's hot.
I'm
Anything
seeing one
I
on
believe
eBay
in, you know,
here.
I try to sell.
I'm seeing a World Tree 1 Sanchez Virgin cover Wicked Comic Con LTD 444 and top loader NM plus COA for $50.
Let me look at the Sanchez. So the Sanchez is one that I could not find while I was at Dallas Fan Expo. I'm assuming it sold out very quickly. This is the one that Harold is talking about right now, guys. Is yes, it is a very hot comic. But he could almost run down the list. It's like any variant of this book that was an artist exclusive or a limited exclusive. Dude, it is spiking through the fucking roof right now. Every day I check these things and like, dude, every day it's going up. So yeah, that's a really cool one. Yeah.
There's another one here. It's $37. Wicked exclusive Virgin Black variant. 444 copies. Does that mean they only made 444 of them?
That's correct. Anytime you see a tag number like that spells out how many copies, that's how many were printed, or how many were available to purchase. You know, I've heard comic stores of actually printing 1,000 copies and then setting half on fire. So it was actually a 500 copy run instead of 1,000. So, you know, I mean, that's definitely a thing too. But any comic store is going to be able to control the number of copies that circulate out into the market.
Mm-hmm. Very interesting.
Yeah, it's a hot buy right now.
I'm still looking for this fucking cowboy hat. How can I not? How is it not on here?
Dude, let's do a little digging on that.
I searched straw hat, stars, stripes, brim. Because it only has the stars and stripes on the top of the brim, if I remember right.
What about like 4th of July hat?
Oh, that's a good search. A straw hat?
4th of July straw hat.
See, most of them, it's on the underside of the brim, but I feel like his was on the top, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's some that are like similar.
Yeah, but I want the one. I want
You're right.
that one. And it was like a little bit too small, and he wore it all the time. It was amazing. 4th of July is like now like one of my favorite holidays now. I never gave a fuck before, but like now
It's just for Trevor.
Well, I don't know. He well, because he was coming out of COVID or whatever, and he was real excited. He's like, I finally get to fucking party, you know?
That will be a dope tattoo.
What's that?
Just his hat.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just one of those things that you just gotta keep an eye out.
Like
What about
I'm deadly convinced, right? Like I know for a fact I'm gonna get a Trevor tattoo at some point. I just, I don't like. Listen, if you go, look, I'm not shitting on like if you go with the Bowser tattoo from the tattoo sketch, that's dope. If you get a Stegosaurus, like that's fucking dope. Like, dude, I've thought about all those things. But, like, I feel like there's such a body of work. Like, dude, if you got an Ewok shooting sandwiches out of its fingers while wearing the same cowboy hat, like that's kind of where, like, my mind's at with, like, the Trevor tattoo, like, right now. But I want it to be really personal, like, that's how Trevor was, man. Like, he was so... If you told him something was fucking black, he'd tell you it was white, Like, he was just a free spirit, man, and I want that tattoo to kind of reflect that,
it would be a great tattoo, not necessarily along those lines, and I'm going to explain what it is in case anyone's watching or listening and they probably don't know what it is. Get a Boinga tattoo, which is an
Garfield?
Ewok. Or the Garfield one, but a Boinga is a Ewok that has like a massive dick or like a boner maybe, and but what's funny about it is that it's almost like it just like Boinga, like it just like popped up, and he's like always like surprised and like scared of it, so it's like really funny. That'd be a good tattoo, a Boinga. Dude, even when I searched Trevor Moore straw hat or Trevor Moore 4th of July hat, it's not popping up. And that's kind of surprising me because I think there was a guy that was selling them for like way too much money. But I'm not even seeing that.
Really?
What's popping up more than anything
I just
is
want
a
to
hockey
find the
player.
final Newsboys is all I'm looking for. Let's see.
There's a hockey player named Trevor Moore.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
all I'm seeing now.
there's a Newsboy slash
Trevor's
Faces
gonna be
Boys.
forever forgotten because of this fucking hockey guy.
No. Is it episode 30? Is the final?
that's all I'm
There's the
popping
hat.
up.
Okay, that's what I was looking for. So
Trevor
let's get
Moore,
an actual
NHL
picture of
props,
this.
odds, and stats.
So it's a straw hat. The complete underside is red, white, and blue. It's like striped. The top
What's
has
the
like
underside?
stars.
God wants you to wear a hat.
He does.
Oh, here's a Reddit thread where someone's like asking, "Anyone know where I can get the same hat he had?"
It was at Walmart.
Here's a Trevor Moore Ask Me Anything from 2013.
Hmm.
Oh, and I just found his Instagram. His last Instagram post was Newsboys, August 6th.
Yeah, man. I watched it live, dude. I was Shablagoo in the chat. I'm actually in the chat on the final episode. I'm very
What'd you say?
I was they were at the very end of the episode they were talking about Breaking Bad, and I said, "Have you ever seen Better Call Saul?" And they never fucking responded to it, but Shablagoo
Right.
in the fucking chat, man.
Shablagoo.
Shablagoo.
Wow, it was 2013 that he recorded Drunk Text to Myself. That was 10 years ago.
That's so sad, man. Dude, I bet if you could find physical copies. So I'm on the hunt right now, dude. It's one of my main targets for the copy of Mad Magazine where they're on the fucking cover. And you cannot find this. It was only issued as like a 500 copy exclusive. Like it is super fucking rare. You can't fucking find it anywhere. And what's crazy is what blows as a collector, it upsets the fuck out of me, dude. I watched all this happen live of them auctioning off the deer suit, the Obama plate, the live drawing that Trevor does, the painting that Trevor does on stream. And there was this time where they were issuing signed sketches of Buckerson and Myers, and they were all signing them. Not only is that shit worth a bloody fortune, but you can't find it. Like, it's not available. You're talking about print runs that are so small. I mean, 50 copies. You know, the big 500 copies would be a max. You know, even for their CD. Even for their fucking CD, dude. I mean, maybe a 2,000 copy print run. I don't know what something like that through IFC would have been like, but it is so fucking scarce, man. All the Whitest Kid stuff that's original. Even the DVDs are also a good example. The DVDs are selling for hundreds of fucking dollars. If you can find this stuff and it's first printings and it's legitimate, it's not counterfeit.
Hey, pull up this link
buy
that
it.
I just sent you. This is it's an Etsy store where they have Trevor Moore stuff, and this sticker. Oh, it's only $4.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, I mean they just made this. It's not like official or anything, but that's fucking dope.
Yeah, it is dope.
What about mouthwash? I was looking for the hat on here. I was hoping maybe they'd have the hat. Well, it's weird. It's a Trevor store, but they have other Trevors too. They have Trevor Lawrence. They have one Trevor Noah mug. It's mostly Trevor Moore, but they threw in like 2 other Trevors too.
Yeah, I like the candles with all the Whitest Kids.
They have a Trevor Moore jersey for
I almost want to
hockey.
buy that. It's only $15. Or no, it's $60.
So
You get all the Whitest Kids on a fucking rosary candle. It's beautiful.
they have a season 1 mixtape. I don't really even know what that is.
So let me do a cost analysis on this. There's 6. That means you're paying 10 a piece, right? So he's only got 8 left. So if you were to take, like, listen, okay, this is another thing I've been thinking, and there's no representation at these conventions that I've been going to for Whitest Kids merch. And, like, I think Whitest Kids merch would sell, man. Like, I would buy Whitest Kids merch. Like, I love the fucking Whitest Kids. It's niche, it's nerdy, it's edgy, it's funny. Barbarian is like a fucking hit fucking movie. They mentioned it at Jay and Silent Bob Get Old at Dallas Fan Expo. I think there's a market for this kind of shit. Like, dude,
They even have the Moore family coat of arms vinyl sticker.
That's dope.
Dude, whoever runs this Etsy shop is fucking cool as shit.
They are. I think this needs to be a booth at one of these fan expos.
Yeah.
I think
And
you
they
can make
obviously
a
just make all these
fuckload
shit
of money if you were to take this to a comic convention. I really do. Like, if you could sell Buckerson, especially if you could get your hands on, say, 5 of those Buckerson and Myers prints that they were so fucking exclusive, dude. But they used them actually for like the first few episodes of Self Suck Saturday as the intro graphic. If you could get yourself 5 of those things, say, you would stand out. I mean, God, dude, people would just flock to your booth. Those are so rare. They're so rare. Whoever
Yeah.
got those, whoever the few men that ended up with that shit, the Obama plate, the fucking deer suit, the fucking... You're wealthy beyond measure. Like, you don't have... Like, you could set the market on this shit. It's insane how valuable it is. Like, because me, as a collector, as somebody who just buys and trades collectibles, you throw a price at me. Tell me $500, $1,000. Dude, whatever it might be, I'm probably willing to pay it. Especially for some of the pieces that I'm talking about, man. The fucking... the Mad Magazine. I mean, dude, the Mad Magazine alone. Oh. And then here's another thing. Zach's on the up and up. Like, so not only is there a pre-existing market for all this shit, like, Zach is building the brand because Zach is good at what he fucking does. Like, he made a hit fucking movie, man. He got top level fucking talent to be in a movie. Like, he's making another movie. Like, dude, he's building the brand constantly, so there's going to constantly be demand for this shit. Like, I think, personally, especially as we age, as we get older in life, there are Whitest Kids fans. Like, dude, I bring it up to people who are our age all the time, and a lot of them fucking remember it, and they love it, you know? They're like, oh my god, yeah, that was great. So, I don't know. I think this is also, if you can get in on it, that's the thing. It's like, it's almost impossible to get in on. It's good shit,
Yeah.
man.
Yo, click that second link I sent you.
Okay.
These weren't all from the same guy, by the way. That was just a search for Trevor Moore, but that one popped up, and I thought it was pretty funny. It has nothing to do with Trevor Moore at all. It's just funny.
Right. Shit, where is this? Oh,
This should be in chat.
Dude, I like somehow like, okay, there we go. That's the mouthwash. Aha!
Second one.
I saw that. I like that.
Someone is selling Whitest Kids You Know Season 1 mixtape, and it's all on VHS.
It's fucking
That's
bizarre.
kind of crazy. Yeah, here, let me send you a link. I want you to see this. It's kind of interesting. I mean, obviously someone just made this, so it's not, probably going to be worth anything, but it looks nice. It looks well done. $22.
I don't see what you're talking about. Did you send the link?
Did I send it?
There it
Yeah,
is.
it should be in the meeting. Maybe there's a lag. That's just so fucking cool.
I mean,
there's a-
so at one of these conventions, the only piece of Whitest Kids You Know merch at all that was represented. And I was gonna actually like reach out to Sam. Like I figured like, dude, why not start at the source? And like they seem like somewhat like of guys that you can kind of just like talk to. But like I think there's
That's
like
what I was
money
about
to
to
be
say,
made
is
here,
you're gonna
guys.
have-
like there's a demand for this stuff.
That's kind of you might hit a snag as far as like licensing stuff goes, because this is all like bootleg stuff,
Yeah. It's all bootleg shit. Right. That's what I'm saying. It's like if you could get... Well, okay, listen. Say you could secure Timmy Williams, like, at your booth, to do signings and shit. I think he would. Like, I almost am positive that he would. You start somewhere. You get anybody that you fucking can. And, like, to me, like, as a Whitest Kids fan, it's like, dude, if you got Timmy, you got the Whitest Kids. Like, he's as much a part of it as any of them. And you can sit here and Timmy's
like, I'm sure we
whatever,
could
but
get
like,
Tim.
dude, Timmy's a fucking banger, man.
I like how you're-
and I think you could get
I
Timmy.
like how you're going for the weakest link, Timmy.
He's not the weakest link. You listen,
he's not.
and I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. I don't think the Whitest Kids would be as fucking funny without Timmy Williams. And some of those sketches are classic.
No.
Necronomicon, dude. Oh my god. Nail gun. Come
And they were
on.
even saying that in the upcoming Mars movie, they say that Timmy steals it.
Timmy's great. He's a talent. Timmy's been a talent. That's why he's in that group, dude. It's not like he just plays the heel. That's the problem. It's like he plays the role of like the
Right.
fucking I get shit on all the time. And you can tell he's kind of like bored of it. It's like, come on, can we not fucking come up with something fucking else here? And I mean, how can you blame him for that? But at the end of the day, like if you're a Whitest Kids fan, it's like, dude, Timmy is the Whitest Kids, and you can get fucking Timmy. And you start with Timmy, and you try to get Zach. You move up your fucking ladder there, but Darren's unobtainable, right? Like, and it's because he moves around so much.
Yeah.
But you can get him. I think you can. I think that's where this needs to go, man. Somehow, some way. I want to be affiliated with these fucking guys. Like, I'm their biggest fan. I'd do fucking anything for them. You know, I wish them all the support and the happiness in the world. These dudes changed my life to a certain extent. And here's the thing. Is like, I'm done pretending like I can't affect change on some level. Like, dude, I'm a person. They're a fucking person. Like, I respect the fuck out of them. Let's work together. Let's collaborate. Let's fucking come up with something, man. And it doesn't have to be through multimedia. You know, we don't have to fucking sit here and do a fucking stream, dude. Let me pump your fucking brand. Let me bring you to one of these fucking conventions, man. Let my brand become a part of yours, you know. We could do it. We could make money.
There's a sealed Whitest Kids You Know Season 1 uncut and uncensored DVD from 2008 going for $200. And there's 13 people watching it on eBay. That's kind of interesting.
Which is a good ass demographic. To me, that means there's buyers that are interested already, or at least
Well, they're
there's
not
people that
buying
are
it,
interested
but
in the price.
Yeah, there's 13 people looking at it.
Yeah, so we're not the only ones here. It's just small. It's niche. Just like World Tree, maybe this is an opportunity for fucking something that people haven't caught on to quite yet. As a collector, you're constantly trying to put your finger on the pulse. You know, but once you feel like you got your finger on the pulse, you're trying to, okay, what comes next? What's going to be the next fucking thing 10 years down the fucking road?
Especially if the World Tree guy dies, like tomorrow.
Well, Tinian, I met him, and he's my age, so he's our age, first of all, so I kind of doubt that. Not to say it couldn't happen. I mean, it happened to Trevor, but like he looked like he was in pretty good health too. In fact, you can go on Visions Comics and Games Instagram and actually see a picture of me with James Tinian. Yeah, man, I think I don't think it's going necessarily anywhere right now, and he's hot shit, dude. Like, he is the pulse in comic books.
I like how he went into this Whitest Kids hole. One day, like looking up Whitest Kids shit.
Yeah.
There's this poster that keeps popping up that says, "Do not smell this finger."
I don't know. I came to this conclusion a couple of years ago, Harold, that anything that I don't love isn't really worth my time. But the things that I do love are definitely worth my time. And I can tell you this right now, I fucking love the Whitest Kids, dude. Like, they've been a part of my life since I can remember, basically. I mean, since I was, 14 years old? Until I'm not kicking anymore. I'm all about it, man. Go Whitest Kids.
When I found them, well, you weren't 14 because they were. When I found them, I was like 19 or 20.
I was still in
high school,
I wasn't
old
so it was before. It was. I feel like it was pre-20s. You know.
Well, you must have beaten me to it then.
Because
I was
didn't see
watching
him
it while I
till-
was live on TV. I remember that.
Well, I did too, but I got in when they were on IFC, so I missed the first
Chappelle
season.
Show.
It was-
I remember
Yes.
Chappelle's show being on, the Dave Attell show being on, Whitest Kids being on.
But there's nothing else like it on TV at the time, like or since. I mean, that shit is just like
There were, I mean,
Fucking-
South Park was, I mean, dude, as far as like pushing boundaries, I mean, South Park, I feel like, kind of set the bar, no?
And even as far as like sketch stuff goes, I mean, I know that Monty Python are like the emperors or whatever, but honestly, content to content, I like Whitest Kids better, and I think they're better than the Kids in the
The
Hall. They're
problem
better
is
than
the Whitest Kids, it's the movies, right? Like, if it was just the show, I would agree with you. But, like, Monty Python has Holy Grail, dude. Like, Monty Python has
Civil
Meaning
War
of Life.
Thugs.
Monty Python has Life of Brian. Like, the list is not short.
That's a good point.
And
You ever
these are
see a
some of the
Fish Called
greatest
Wanda?
comedy films of all time.
Yeah, and it is even hard to say. Like Civil War is great, but
It
is
is.
it?
I'm
Holy Grail.
not agreeing. The quality that they put out and the ideas that they had and the actual shit that they did is top fucking notch. You know, they pushed the boundary further than any other sketch comedy. That was their whole shtick, though. Is we're gonna push the fucking boundary as far as we can fucking take it, and they did, righteously so. Yeah.
Well, dude, I gotta get up early. This is way past my bedtime, but it's been real. Getting to the truth with you.
We have,
And,
we plan on this show to go further into the future. We've got an intro worked out for it, and so hopefully we'll keep doing it. Yeah, it was
Yes,
fun.
and soon, very soon, I will be dropping a commercial for Dad Coffee. I'm not even trying to sell Dad Coffee. You don't even have to buy it. Just watch the thing. It's gonna be fucking awesome. It's gonna be hilarious.
Fuck
It's
yeah.
gonna be similar to Grapist, but minus the rape. There's gonna be no rape in this commercial, or no implied rape. But it's gonna be very like Dad Coffee, like that kind of. It's gonna be all up in your face. It's gonna be fucking awesome.
I love it.
And
We should
and if I
get
come
Zach
down,
to direct it. Maybe he would direct Dad Coffee for us.
no, I'm doing the whole thing. I'm trying to shoot it tomorrow. I hired a guy. I'm paying him in Dad Coffee, but he's like an older guy. His name's Cowboy, and he rides around on a motorcycle. He's like an older guy. He's got like 8 kids, and he's like the local town cowboy. And he's gonna come be in my commercial. It's gonna be dope.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm hopefully I think he's gonna meet me tomorrow to do that. But I already started shooting some audio for it. I'm starting video tomorrow. And I know this is like way overly ambitious and there's no fucking way this is gonna happen, but I'm trying to have it out by the weekend because of Father's Day. But that's gonna be damn near impossible, man. We're talking about, I mean, you'll see. It's gonna be a lot. But I'm gonna try, damn it. I'm gonna fucking try it.
Get
So-
him, man. You coming out this weekend?
I'm gonna try it too. Yeah. When's your pool party? Are you doing Friday or Saturday night?
Whenever you come down, I can't get in the pool because I just got this tattoo. But
All right, I
hosting
saw it.
a
That's
party.
dope.
Yeah, man. I forgot that I can't get in the fucking pool. But yeah.
I was thinking maybe Saturday because I go to bed pretty early. So by the time I get off work and everything Friday, I probably wouldn't get down there till like 9 or 10 or something. Which wouldn't be the worst thing. I don't know.
Hey,
But I was thinking, maybe,
you like 9 at night?
yeah.
Dude,
But
do
I was
you
thinking
think
maybe
you got to bring me some Bucky's chips.
chips.
Yes, dude. Chips.
Like what kind
Bucky's
of like
chips.
what kind
They're
of
just
chips?
called Bucky's chips. That's what they are. You go to that's by where they sell like the brisket and shit.
All right.
You just go up there. There's Bucky's chips. I'll pay for it, man. Bring me fucking 5 bags of those fucking things. I love them.
But anyways, I was thinking maybe Saturday. Like if I left kind of like Saturday morning, then I could show up Saturday afternoon and chill by the pool, and then we could maybe that night do like a cookout sort of thing, grill some
Fuck yeah.
scrimps up or whatever. Yeah, dude.
Whatever you
Anyways,
want, man.
I'm signing off. This was fucking excellent. You're excellent.
You're
All the
excellent.
people out there are excellent. Fight the power. Keep it real. Keep telling the truth. Follow RFK Jr. on Twitter.
Please.
And we'll see you guys next time.
See ya. This was the truth.
All right.
everyone.
Later, Holmes.
See ya. Goodbye. Farewell. Goodbye and farewell. And so it will be. The end. Or wait. Oh man. Wish we could play some Grateful Dead. Probably can't. Lay down, my dear brother. Lay down and take your rest. I want you to lay me down upon your Savior's breast. I love you, but Jesus loves you the best. And we wish you good night. Good night. Good night. Lay down, my dear brother. Lay down and take your rest. I want you to lay me down on your Savior's breast. I love you, but Jesus loves you the best. And we bid you good night. Good night. Good night. Lay down, my dear brothers. Lay down and take your rest. I want you to lay your head upon your Savior's breast. I love you, oh, but Jesus loves you the best. And I bid you good night. Good night. Good night. And I bid you good night. Good night. Good night. And I bid you good night. Good night. Good night. Walking in Jerusalem, turn like John. Good night. Good night. I remember every night when good night. Good night. Is right. Good night. Good night. Till we want the wonderful. Good night. Good night. When it means all it means at the end of the morning. Good night. Good night. Good to eat all the children. Would not be good. Good night. Good night. But I wanna stop showing good night. Good night. Good night. Lay down, my dear brother. Lay down and take your rest. I want you to lay down upon your Savior's breast. I love you, oh, but Jesus loves you the best. And we bid you good night. Good night. Good night. And I bid you good night. Good night. Good night. Sing it with me. Lay down, my dear brothers. Lay down and take your rest. I want you to Oh, you'll say your prayers. I love you. Oh, Jesus, I love you. I bid you good night. Good night. Good night. And I bid you good night. Good night. Good night. And I bid you good night. Good night.